This is your PsycheScription for skills that heal, feeling safe enough to feel. In the PsycheVita approach, signals point us towards skills, and this practice is about strengthening 3 of the same foundations that healing relationships often help to build: safety in your body, room for feeling, and protection from shame. If you're driving or doing anything that needs your full attention, don't do this now, save it for later. In the next few minutes, we're training 3 things: feeling a little safer in your body, staying with a feeling without shutting it down, and keeping your worth intact while you feel it. Do this with me now, the smallest version still counts. Before we begin, quietly rate your current level of activation from 0 to 10, where 0 is the most relaxed and 10 is the most stressed. There is no right number, just notice it. Bring a small 10% version online. Not your biggest pain, not your most overwhelming moment, just a small moment where you felt a bit alone, a bit braced, a bit unseen, a bit ashamed, or as if something was wrong with you. Just 10% is enough. Now, let your feet feel the floor, not perfectly, just enough to notice there is support under you. Let your jaw soften a little. Let your shoulders soften a little. Now, notice one sensation in your chest and one in your belly. Just facts, no story. Words like tight, warm, hollow, heavy, braced. We'll now do some 3-6 breathing. Breathe in for a count of 3 and out for a count of 6. Again, in for 3, out for 6. These tiny cues aren't the change themselves. They teach your nervous system that another response is possible. Now, bring to mind one person in whose presence you feel even 5% less defended. Maybe a therapist, a friend, a mentor, anyone steady enough. Not perfect, just steady enough. Notice what changes in your body as you hold that person in mind. Maybe your chest eases slightly. Maybe your breath has a little more room. Maybe nothing dramatic happens at all. The smallest version counts. Now, notice the feeling that is here. Not the explanation, not the analysis, just the feeling. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's sadness. Maybe it's hurt or shame. Maybe it's relief. Maybe it's feeling too much. If your mind starts telling the story, gently notice that and come back to the sensation, back to your chest, back to your belly, back to your breath. Now, say to yourself like an instruction, I can be with this feeling. And then it doesn't reduce my worth. Let those words land slowly inside. Do this with me now. Notice the smallest 5% shift as we go. Now, quietly rate your activation again from 0 to 10, or changed, even slightly. If nothing shifted, that's useful data too. It may mean we need a smaller step or more repetition. What you just trained was 8.2 Somatic Attunement, 1.2 Adaptive Emotional Processing, and 3.4 Healthy Self-Worth. These are some of the foundations that healing therapy can strengthen and that you can also practice deliberately in everyday life. Practice this once a day for 7 days and whenever the signal starts to rise. You're teaching your system that feeling doesn't have to become overwhelm and distress doesn't have to become a verdict on who you are. You're not broken, you're adapting. PsycheVita, skills, not pills.